Welcome everyone to coloring session number 1 for Float. She's from Dance Dreams Coloring Book Volume 1 by Christine Ejac. That's me. She's the freebie this week at my website, dancedreamsincolor.com. And I think she's probably going to take about 5 sessions to color. And she can be a little tricky because there's some lines that intertwine. So what we're going to start today is set the base of the feather, and then you can be creative from there. I know some of you have a limited palette of pencils. I have got hundreds, and they're all mixed brands, and one really nice set. But we'll see what we come up with. Okay. So I first decided on Float after my father had passed away. I found that feathers were kind of my messages from him. So whenever I see one, I feel that it's putting me in touch with the spirit, and also reminding me to go with the flow. And when you feel a nice cool breeze coming through the trees, or comes unawares on a hot day, that kind of feeling too. So hopefully you'll find some peace while you color it. Remember, there's no right way, only your way when you color. Today we're listening to a Windham Hill CD. It's one of my favorites. It's called The Impressionists. It's a Windham Hill sampler. These were really popular back in the 90s, late 80s. I really like this one. Okay, so here we go. Take a deep breath. Hopefully you have a cup of something nice with you. I picked like a purple periwinkle color. I'm also scribbling in the side over here and writing the numbers. So I'll show you a little bit of what I do. So if you look over here, so what I do is I just do like a little shading like that, and then I put the number of my pencil. Or you could also do, just what the color says. This one is from a numbered set. Let me test my focus one more time. All right, so I'm gonna start from the very center of the feather. With my pencils, if I press hard, I get a more intense color. I'm gonna make that really dark, that center of the feather. This is a fun one to color. So remember, I made the lines gray so that it would be easy for you to color over them. All right, so now I'm just gonna pick, I'm gonna do like every other one. And I'm gonna start dark in this at the point and lighten it up as I go out. And some of them you'll see are gonna do like a little tail, which is kind of fun. I'm gonna make that one dark. I'm kind of just going with what I feel. That one I'll make darker too. And then when I get to a line like this, I'm just gonna color it. So this could be your favorite color, which for me is definitely periwinkles and fuchsias. Now you'll find there's times where I take a line and I cut it across a space like this. Do you see? So you can either do this whole thing one color, or you can break it apart. So it's totally up to you. Or you can ignore that line. Feel free. I'm gonna do the other side of this one here. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna do this one darker along this edge. And I feel like this kind of picks up here, so I'm gonna do dark to light here, and then we'll put it another color later. There's a little bubble in there. So if you get where you don't know what to do, you can always just go lightly. That's my trick. And it'll work itself out. So like say right here, I'm not sure where this is going. I'm just going to do light, and look, it actually blended into that one over there. It looks like it's going to go up in here too. So I'm just trying to vary a little bit, some stronger, some lighter. Looks like we're totally missing some lines here, so we can decide what we want to do. I'm going to draw one in here, right there, because I want it to connect to this one. Sorry about that. I think I am going to jump this line. Let's see, this one here. Oh, it's the Lady Cardinal is here. I finally got some more bird seed. It was empty for a while. And they are happy out there. You know, I moved my table. I thought I could color in another place. No, it's back to the kitchen table for me. Just, I love it here. I don't know why. I got all set up in another spot, and I was not inspired to color there, so I'm back. All right, so I'm not sure if that was the best thing for that, but that's all right. There's a little roll there, which is so cute. Doop. There, so we got one side. And then let's see what we should do here. I think this and this, just a tiny little something in there. I'm gonna darken the tip of my feather up there. And I think even though there's, yeah, we'll do this one. I think I'm gonna go lighter on this side. I don't know why, but something's telling me that. So yeah, I think darker right here, and then softer into the... So this one is one of those ones where we're gonna just feather it out here. And I can always decide later if I wanna go back and make it darker, you know? This is kind of fun because it does this little loopy-doopy. She's flying. Let's see. No, if you don't want it to look so much like a candy stripe, you can also do, repeat the colors. I was just thinking maybe it looks a little candy stripey, but we're going to be putting some tones in there that are similar. So let's see if I do this one here. I think this pencil's gone fast. It's pretty. I love this color. I think we're gonna take that one into there. I think I'm going to double up this one here because I don't really know where that space is going. It gets a little tricky around here because it starts to become part of her dress and stuff, so I'm not going to get too attached to a color in some of these. It's nice and light. And you can always erase. It's not easy, but you can get some of the color out if you just really don't like something. All right. So now I'm going to look at places where I can put, like here, I'm gonna just do a little soft peach in, just to extend the feather a little bit. If there's any other ones. No, I was thinking this one here. Maybe not yet. All right, so this one I think I'm going to do dark. Okay, so now you're going to want to take another color, a secondary color. You could pick within the same range. So I'm picking a fuchsia. This is actually a Crayola color, I think. Yeah. I'm wondering if I have another. Oh, that's really intense. Okay. because you know I want to use my fuchsia but from my set, but it's gotten so small. So yeah, that works. Okay, so I'm going to go into the other one, and I'm also going to touch the one I just did. So this will be darker. See how I just touched the end of it a little bit. Now, I'm going to admit to you I'm winging this. I use that term a lot when I'm teaching. Because if I plan too far ahead, I don't enjoy myself. And I think I've talked about that in other coloring sessions. So you'll see, sometimes I'll be like, oh no. But I fix it and it turns out okay. So feel free to watch first and decide if you like it before you get into it the way I am. Okay, so there's a little swooshy in here. I think I'm gonna do this color. Because I don't want it to look like a candy stripe kind of thing. So by putting some of that in there, alright, so we're going to do the blending into the blending. So this one I went that way, right? This one I'm just going to start on this side. So you start your darker and you go in. And there's a bubble there I'm trying to keep. It's very light. So I am coloring on the page from the book. This paper it's pretty smooth, I think. You want to make sure you have a hard surface. I tape a piece of cardstock under my page so I can press hard. I am on the kitchen tablecloth, which has a tablecloth on it, and so that's a little soft, but I have a pad of paper in between me and the tablecloth. I've got my whole little setup here. But yeah, having a harder surface makes it easier. And look at that, I just jumped without thinking here, so we're gonna go in there. I wasn't expecting to do that, but I wasn't paying attention. My hand was just moving. So that's that. Just alternating the tension in my hands to create the different lights and darks of this. So remember, you can ignore lines. If you feel like something's flowing a certain way, just go right over it. It's your prerogative. Think of them as kind of guiding lines to inspire you, but you don't necessarily have to follow. Like, see, there's this little weird thing coming in there. I'm not quite sure why I did that, but I did, so there it is. And I'm going to take this and go real soft to here. And let's see. I think this is one of the most relaxing pages I have. I think because of the repetition of your hand, it does the same kind of flow. Well, that's how I feel anyway. Hopefully it's not stressing any of you out. This music sounds like it's floating. At first I thought it was too intense, but maybe it suits this picture. Alright, so I don't know what happened here, but it looks like some of that comes down. Look at that dark color. So you could have also just gone back with your first color and just pressed lighter or stronger to create these value changes. So I'm going to do that line really strong in the center and then lighter so it looks like it has a fold in the middle of it. I feel like we need a little bit more of the pink going out here, but not quite sure. Maybe right here. Let's take this one out and feather it. Ha 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 ha. Towards the edge, maybe we'll go darker right in that little hole. And maybe in here. Took the pink out. I'm just trying to extend the feather just a little bit more into this space. So I'm doing that dark and to light out there. That's it. Okay. Now, if you want to keep some of these empty for the air to come in, I think I remember doing that when I was drawing it, thinking that, like, see, this space goes out, and these are, see, that one's contained, that's actually part of the feather. Now it's coming back to me. It's been a long time since I drew this. I'm going to add a little pink to the curve in here. Sharpen my pencil again. I started drinking my apple cider vinegar again yesterday. I feel so much better when I drink that. Just 2 tablespoons in a glass of water, and you can add honey. First thing in the morning, it sets your pH in your body to the right. So let's see, I guess you want it to be more acidic and less alkaline, which is the sugar. And yeah, I remember I used to drink it all the time, and I always felt better. Takes away cravings for sugar. That and kombucha acts the same way, if you like kombucha. I really like the one called Bubbly Rose. It's like champagne. So I think in this warmer weather, I'm going to start switching over to my apple cider vinegar and kombucha beverage in my cup. It's going to be a warm day today here. And this music, we're just floating, aren't we? Take a nice deep breath. It's fun, isn't it? It's got a peaceful vibe to it. I'm gonna go out here. Decide what's gonna flow. Maybe this one. Oh, that came out very liney. Not very smooth. Just getting some ideas of where I want the color to flow out from there. Somehow I think this one should be pinky too. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to take another color, and I think I'm going to start to introduce a light blue. So let's see what color this one is. I'm going to do a little test next to me. Oh yeah, this is pretty. This is a Crayola light blue. So Crayola and Crayola work okay. Now I'm gonna go, so I'll say I start here. I'm gonna go back in. Getting a little bit of texture because the Crayola doesn't like to stay as smooth as the other ones. But go around, there's a little bubble there. Not sure where that one's gonna go, but we're not gonna worry about that. Gonna go darker in here. So this goes whoosh. Don't know what I was thinking, but I like it. All right, let's go up here and do this one. Just blend that in right there. I think we'll go darker on the outside edge up here. So the idea is to just have fun coloring shapes, you know, and it will come out beautifully. You'll be surprised. Don't be so hard on yourself, you know. So I'm gonna go darker here. So if you have the means, it's a good idea to scan the picture from the book. And that way you can print it more than, you know, one time. So you can keep coloring it over and over again. I don't mind. Some people say to me, don't encourage people. You want them to buy the book over and over again. And it's fine. If you want to have a whole coloring party and copy it and share it with your friends, I'm good with that too. I love that my art is out in the world, and I'll get my just due, so I'm not worried about that. So feel free to share, and if you are so inclined, buy the book and subscribe to my site and share with your friends. This thing here I think should be one of the colors we're working with. I'm gonna make it the purple, which is, I think, this one. Let's see. Yeah. So let me see. There. And we're gonna take this little curl in. So this is just relaxing and going with the flow down into that. All right, so I think we're going to end here for today. If you'd like to continue with the blue, you can. I will probably finish this half on my own, And I'll see you at the next coloring session, everyone. Thank you. Remember, dancedreamsandcolor.com is the website. And I hope to see you in the next coloring session. Bye.